Hey everybody, it's Karen and Stephanie with Food and Family. You know, it's fall. The days have gotten a little bit cooler. Did you know they said this weekend it's going to be difficult for us to even hit 70?
I'm ready for that.
40s at night. I'm ready to pull the fire pit out and have a bowl of this soup that we're fixing to show you how we make. And it is a cheeseburger soup. You can make this in the crock pot or the Instapot. Now we're going to use the Instapot today to show you how we do it, okay? So let's get started. What do you say?
All right. So first we're going to start, if we're doing the Instapot, you can also do this in the crock pot, but for Instapot purposes, we're going to start with our vegetables, are going in the pot first.
Okay.
To soften them up.
Now we have our potatoes. We'll link the video below, the recipe below this video, but it's just potatoes cut into like 1-inch cubes, 3/4-inch cubes.
Yes, that's 4 small potatoes or 2 extremely large potatoes diced up in about 1/4-inch cubes. What was this? A cup. Shredded carrots.
Shredded carrots. You can shred them yourself or make it easy and buy shredded. A cup of diced onion, or 1 small onion actually is what it called for, but it comes to about a cup. And 1/2 cup of diced celery.
Okay. Now if you are doing this in a crock pot, and we'll have this also linked in the recipe, this part of it, you can do on low for 6 to 8 hours or on high for 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah, 4 to 5. Now we've got basil and parsley. We've got a teaspoon of parsley and a teaspoon of dried basil, and we're going to put that in there. Oh, I can smell that basil. I love the smell of basil. And we're going to add 3 cups of chicken broth. Now, if we were cooking this in the crock pot, like she said,
let me give it a stir.
We would cook it 6 to 8 hours, but we're going to cook it in the Instapot. And the Instapot, as we know, cooks so much quicker. So I'm going to pressure this, and with the potatoes, I think I'm going to go ahead and set it for like 15 minutes. If they're not done enough, we can add more, but I think 15 minutes pressure is going to be perfect. Doesn't that smell?
It smells fantastic.
Oh, amazing. We love basil. So let's put that lid on. Lock it in. We want to make sure that it is sealed, and it is. And we're going to pressure this for, I'm going to go ahead and set it for like 12 minutes, I think. And that's it. Leave it alone and it starts by itself. So we're going to let this cook, and then we're going to come back and we're going to finish it up. This is going to be one of the quickest soups. Actually, we decided it's a stew.
It just doesn't, because it's a thick and creamy kind of soup. It doesn't feel good calling it a soup. We're going to call it a stew.
Yeah, because we're not done putting goodness in here. But we'll be back and we're going to show you what else we're going to do, okay? Okay, so while we've got our potatoes going, I decided I'm going to make some hamburger bun croutons. We're making a cheeseburger soup, so why not use our hamburger buns
I'm all for it.
to make some croutons. I've got 3 buns, so 6 slices all together. And so I'm going to cut these up into, what do you say, about 1-inch cubes. So let me get this cubed up. Okay, so we've got our buns out on our pan. Now I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. Will you hand me that olive oil? And we are going to Sprinkle some olive oil on this. I can't tell you how much right off the bat.
Just a good drizzle.
Just a good drizzle. What would you say? Maybe a couple of teaspoons?
Maybe 2.
That may be 2 teaspoons. I'm going to add some salt and pepper. We're going to make them good. And some salt. Got to have a little flavor. Because remember, we didn't have seeded buns. We have everything bagel seasoning. So now we're going to have seeded buns. And I'm just going to sprinkle. We have poppy seeds. We have black sesame seeds. We have regular sesame seeds. There is onion in it. Garlic. So, I mean, you've got everything. So, I'm going in with clean hands. And I am going to toss it all together. And what do you say? I think we need a little bit more oil and bagel seasoning. Yep. I want these to taste really, really good. And I'm going to let you sprinkle. Just sprinkle until you're happy.
You can't go wrong.
Not at all. Doesn't that look pretty right there? And you see all these buns. Look at that. Look at that piece right there. Can you see that? And it's got the seeds on it. Looky here. Even. Can you hold that up and let them see that? That looks like a seeded bun, doesn't it? They all do. Okay, so I'm going to get this in the oven, preheated to 350, and I think I'm going to bake this for 15-20 minutes until it gets really crisp. It'll dry out and get golden brown. Y'all come back because you want to see what this comes out like. Okay, we have got our potatoes and the carrots done. Can you see in that bowl? It's hot. It is
can you
amazing.
Smell that? Man, it smells amazing.
I wish we had scratched and sniffed. But y'all, look at these croutons. We've tasted them.
They are delicious.
They are out of this world delicious. So, you know, don't go out and buy croutons. You can use any kind of bread, hamburger buns, hot dog buns, French bread, even sliced white bread. You can use any of it to make a crouton, any leftover bread. Okay, so let's do our next step on our stoop. So we're going to melt 3 tablespoons of butter in this pot.
And this is making our roux to thicken up the stoop.
So we just emptied our veggies out of here and put them in the bowl because we're going to use every bit of that goodness in that bowl. So then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So, and it will not take but a minute. And we're doing it in the Instapot. We're going to do it all in here. Just use your saute mode. So we'll give that a second to melt, and then we'll come back and we're going to finish this roux up.
And like we talked about earlier, if you're doing this in a crock pot the slower way, you're going to, after your vegetables have low cooked for 6 to 8 hours or on high for 4 to 5 hours.
That's in a crock pot.
In a crock pot. In a separate pan, you're going to brown your 1 pound of ground beef, which we'll add here shortly. Cook it, drain it. Then you're going to add the butter and the flour to that pan, add the beef. Then everybody's jumping in the party and back in the pot.
All right. Can you hear that?
Butter is going.
Yes. So I think we're ready to put in our flour. And we're going to stir that in. Now, she's going to add some salt and pepper to this flour. Remember, we didn't put salt and pepper in those potatoes and carrots. So we're going to add about a half a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. Just let that, you want to let it cook for a couple of minutes to get that raw flour taste out. Because if you don't, you're really going to taste the flour, and you don't want that. You want all the goodness. So let us cook this a couple of minutes, and we'll be back with you, okay? Okay, so our flour has cooked for a couple of minutes. It is beautiful. It's a light golden color, and it's not really brown. It's just, and it smells. Can you smell all? It's like a nutty smell when it gets to cooking in it. Okay, so she's going to add milk. We have
2 cups of milk.
2 cups. Now we're using whole milk. And I'm positive half and half would work great in here.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just going to stir that around for a minute. And as it cooks, it's going to thicken up. Get that all mixed up. And then we're going to put those vegetables back in.
We got to put our meat in first. So we browned 1 pound of ground beef and drained it. And we're going to put it in, our vegetables in. We're going to let it cook for a little bit. Then we'll come back and add the best part of the party to it.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to add our 1 pound of browned, degreased ground beef. Get that mixed together. Now, very carefully, we're going to add our vegetables back to the mix.
And if you will hold a spoon or something under that liquid, it will keep it from splattering so much. All right. So let's get all that stirred together. Oh my goodness, y'all.
So good.
Okay, so we're gonna let this cook uncovered. We're gonna let this cook 20 to 30 minutes. And this is gonna get thick and just even more delicious smelling.
All those flavors are gonna start marrying together in that creamy roux sauce that we made. And then we'll come back in about 20-30 minutes and add the next part.
Yep. So give us a few minutes and we'll be back. Can you smell that soup? We're ready to add the special ingredient.
Cheeseburger soup.
Yep. Now we have a 16-ounce package of processed cheese. Yes, we're using processed cheese.
And I have cut these up in, what would you say?
1 inch.
Yeah, 1 inch cubes.
And we're going to put them in here. We're using processed because it melts better and will stay melted better and creamy. So you use whatever you want. If you want to use shredded, that would be fine too. It's still going to be delicious. Okay, so we're going to get this stirred in here real good, and we're going to let this simmer about 10 more minutes.
Yeah, 10-15 more minutes.
Yeah, with this cheese in there because we want it all good and melted. And then we're going to come back and we're going to dip us up a bowl. Oh, before we go, let's tell them we've been talking to printers. And we're hoping, if everything goes like we want, that we can have our cookbook out after the first of the year. I can't give you a date right now. There's still a lot of factors involved. We've still got a lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do.
But that's what we're looking at. And so let me know if you're going to be interested in one. I haven't set a price yet, but we're excited about it. We've worked hard for a few months on this. So I just wanted to put it out there and tell everybody.
So excited about this.
Yeah, we all are. She's my right hand. Y'all know that.
She's been furiously typing these up because that was the main thing. You got to get them typed up. Now we're in the proofing and editing phase of it, which is a nightmare and going to take forever. But
between me, her, and a very, very dear friend of mine. Hey, Kim, I'm talking about you. she has jumped in and she's helping us proof and edit. So between the three of us, we're going to work hard to get this out after the first of the year. So what do you think? Let us know what you think about that and if you'd be interested in one. And we'll get details later on. It's going to be a little bit down the road. And so we'll have some more details for you on it.
Closer to December, we should have a better idea.
A better idea, yeah. So, but we're working hard. So, anyway, just wanted to put that out there and let everybody know what we've got in the works. All right, we'll be back in just a few minutes with this delicious soup. Oh my goodness, y'all. Let me show you. We have bowled up one. Looky here. Does that not look delicious? I can't wait to try this, Stephanie.
And I meant to give a shout out to the lady that even introduced me to this, Miss Pam Morse. Brought it for the kids' Christmas party at the band's Christmas party last year. And it tastes to me just like Hamburger Helper's Cheeseburger Mac. Oh, it's so good.
Which is delicious, by the way. And I also have a video on Cheeseburger goulash that's like a... Anyway, let's try this soup. Let's try this soup. I am so excited about this. Pop didn't know it yet, but this is his dinner tonight.
I told you.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Oh my word. I'm going to try it with that crouton. You got everything right here for a cheeseburger meal.
Good. It tastes just like Hamburger Helper cheeseburger.
Oh my God. No, it's better.
Well, of course it's better, but it has that flavor.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
This fall, cool days, this is perfect.
This is going to be a hit this winter. I can't wait to introduce Greg to this. He'll love it.
Oh, Greg's going to love that.
Yes, he will. All right. We certainly hope you enjoy this video and you'll give this soup a try. And if you do, let us know what you think. Let's thank Miss Pam for introducing us to this delicious
Thank you, Miss Pam.
soup. So we're going to go have this, and we hope you'll try it. And if you do, let us know. We enjoy having you in our kitchen, and we hope you'll come back and visit with us again. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when we post another video. Bye, everybody. See you soon.